Is it all right or too far away? Raise it a little. Right. Bas. To transform our life from the ordinary life to a spiritual life is not really in our hands. It comes only when God wills. When God wills, He will make us feel that all the things in the world cannot give us real happiness. And He will also make us understand that real happiness can come only from God. So from that moment, He will prompt us to turn our life towards God and do whatever is necessary to progress on the spiritual path. It is at that time we approach a self-realized soul and seek his guidance. He will advise us and we should follow the path shown by him. That is the way.
She feels maybe that's how she came here in the first place. She feels that's maybe why she came here in the first place.
That's all right. That's how we should take it. She was brought here to India by God's will so that she may come in contact with saintly persons and get some guidance. She has only to follow the path she is prompted to choose and then do it sincerely, intensely, with the fiery aspiration to realize God. Simply knowing the path is not sufficient. We must pray to God to give us that intense aspiration so that our spiritual practices may go without any hitch, without any downward pull, and progress like a rocket, as our Papa used to say. Many people who start on the spiritual path go so slow. Many people who start on the spiritual path go so slow as if they are walking on the road. At the same time, we see many people going so fast as if they are traveling by car. Some others even travel by plane. In our Papa's case, he went like a rocket. So that is a difference. But at the same time, all are moving towards that goal.
Please, can I ask you? I am wishing my spiritual name. I ask you, can you give it my name, spiritual name now?
She would like to have a spiritual name and she would like you to give it to her.
All right. Let your name be Prema.
Prema. Prema means?
Prema is love.
divine love. Prema, is it beautiful?
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Beautiful. You know the drum? Do you know the drum? You know that? Can you, Swamiji? She has not heard this name before, so maybe you can talk what it means.
Prema is divine love, love for God. So when you remember your name, you will automatically remember God also. Those who came yesterday, did they go around the ashram and see everything here? Did somebody show you around?
Margarete showed them around and I also explained them a little bit. They were supposed to come with a tour guide from Sweden, but the tour guide became sick himself.
Oh,
So they were sort of a bit. They had an Indian tour guide arranged for them, but it wasn't so satisfactory, I believe.
so they had to take care of themselves.
More or less, yes.
Can I say something? I think I've never been at such a friendly place in my life. Very friendly atmosphere at this ashram.
She said she never had seen such a friendly place in her life and she very much enjoyed the atmosphere of the ashram.
We are glad that you enjoyed it. Everyone wants to be loved, and we should make it a point to love everybody, whether they love us or not. It is easy to love others who love us, but it's a little difficult to love others who don't love us. Still more difficult to love others who hate us. But if we do so, we are loving God in them, not those individuals who love us or who hate us. We are loving God in them. We love God whatever He does for us. So when you see here all people are loving and helpful to each other, we must learn the lesson and practice it wherever we go, to love others, even if they love us or don't love us or even hate us. We must maintain that love towards everybody.
I'm coming VRS and I got a good amount in the company. Now my son and daughter are pressing me to go for work. I worked as a works inspection and now they asked me to at least go for a watchman work. But my wife also working and I doing service at a taking to a hospital, not a patient's life, and I spend my money. They are telling you wasting my money because another.
What did they say?
Come closer.
What did they say?
I'm coming VRS.
What is the last sentence you said?
My daughter and son asking me to go for some work, do some work. I'm doing service, helping others, and I spend my money also. And what should I do now?
Why should you listen to them? You got your own will. You can
That's why
assert.
I came here to...
You can assert that I have worked enough. Now my work is to serve God. And I am going to do it at any cost, whether you like it or not.
I like servicing to mankind, is servicing to God.
That's what I say. You tell them that I like it. It is my liberty now to do what I like. You don't have to force me. You can tell them. Why should they force you to do it?
They asked me to try in the house.
You can stop them by, you can say, you don't talk to me about my going to work, I know what I should do. Tell them boldly. If you are sitting idle at home, knowing nothing, they have reason to say that. But when you are engaging yourself in good work, there is no reason why they should question you.
Swamiji, when someone is hating us, it's not so easy to have the right attitude towards them. What kind of mental attitude should we have towards someone who's hating us so that we can engender that love for them?
We can pray to God. So and so is behaving like that. Please bless him with good understanding so that he may appreciate my love towards him. Our attitude towards him, which is full of love and affection, will gradually change him. Not in a day or two, but it may take some time, depending upon the purity of our heart. The love will change them. They will have to respond to our love in due course. That was your question, isn't it?
Yes.
It is difficult for us to maintain that our pure love towards them when they really hate us. In the beginning, it will be mixed love. Forcibly we are loving them, but at the same time, in the heart of hearts, we are not really loving them. But by practice we can change it and make it pure love towards them. That pure love will change their heart. Our love towards others is to be without any expectation from them. Even if
I would like to ask a question. I have a son. I have a son. He is living in Australia. I have a son who is living in Australia. He's studying there. Our relation is not so good because I had to do a divorce, and after that he's rejecting me, and our relation is quite bad. You have something.
Are you independently earning something for your livelihood? Are you independent? Are you earning something for your own livelihood?
Do you have a job and support yourself? Yes, I have a job.
You have a job.
I have a job, I work.
Now, if you are on the spiritual path, you can take it as willed by God that you should reduce your attachment to your son. You love him without any attachment. then you will not feel that he is not loving you. You give all your love to God, not to any person. And this is a chance for you to cut off the attachment towards the Son and give all your love to God. Anyway, you are independent. You are not depending upon anybody for your livelihood. You earn your own for your living, and God has that way God has made you perfectly independent. Now let Him free you from all attachment. This is what happens when parents feel the children are not loving them. If they take it this way, there is no problem for them. By their attitude, antagonistic attitude, they are helping the parents to turn towards God. Otherwise, they will be dragging them down to worldly attachments more and more. You need not blame him for what he does. You feel that he is also prompted by God to do as he is doing now, and pray for his welfare.
What I do.
Such things were not happening in India before. Now it has started happening here also. When the children have their own families, they don't want the parents. So the parents are asked to take care of themselves. In some cases they are even sent to old age homes. Unfortunately, they, instead of taking this as an opportunity to cut off their attachment, they go on craving more and more for the company of their children. And they either blame the son or daughter-in-law for this happening, and they think of the family all their life and become miserable, instead of devoting all their life for God's remembrance. That is very unfortunate. That is why in old age homes such programs are necessary to make them understand that at least during the last days of their life they should forget all the family life and think God more and more, and try to maintain God remembrance during their last moments. That much help they must get from the old age homes. Where do they all go from here?
They just go from here to Mumbai, Bombay, and then back to Sweden. It's their last stop.
That's all.
Yeah.
What all places they visited them in India?
No, which places did you visit in India?
We went to Kovalam Beach in the beginning and up to Naya Dam.
They went to Swamiji, they went to Swami Vishnu Devananda's ashram in Neyadam.
Oh, some yoga practitioners.
Yeah. And to Amma's ashram.
And he has been in Amma's ashram.
And we met her too.
And here.
And then
That's all.
Periyar Wildlife Sanctuary.
And they went to the wildlife sanctuary. Wildlife.
Periyar Dam. So you have seen very little of India.
Yeah, very much. Beautiful places.
My son's age is 14 and my age is 52. I used to tell him to do meditation in Ramayana, and he's telling, "Pa, you have become 50, then only you are knowing about the spiritual love. You are addressing me. Leave me like a river, don't put a time at all. Shall I compel him to do
You don't compel anything. You leave him alone. God will prompt him to think of him at the proper time.
When examination
By force, nothing works.
In examination point of view, it is Ramayana and all that.
It's all right. Leave it alone. Leave him alone. No use forcing anybody on this matter. If you could also say that when you were 10 or 14 you had already started taking Lord's name, you would have understood it.
But for me, now only they told me the way. Previously I was telling there is no God, but there is some power in me, I was telling.
That's all right. So you turned to the spiritual path only when you were 40?
40.
So let him also, leave him also alone. God will guide him.
Swamiji, there's one other question.
Sometimes I find it difficult to make the right choices, so to speak. Can you help me in some way how to think? When I'm in doubt whether I should do this, that, education, work.
You are doubtful what you should do, this way or that way.
She said, is there any help to do the right choices?
When you are in such a condition, the best thing is to sit quietly for some time. Make your mind calm and quiet. Take God's name for some time and pray to God to give you the right guidance. 10 or 15 minutes, sit in a room quietly, all alone, and pray to Him. He will guide you. You are not able to make the right decision because your mind is disturbed. Make it still, calm, and then you will be able to get the guidance. At the same time, pray to God to give you guidance from within. You can play the tape for some time. Let them also hear Papa's voice.
God is eternal, so love is eternal. God is peace, and therefore the peace which is synonymous with God is eternal. We get from God the eternal and everlasting life if only we offer at His feet the transitory life that we are living. So in exchange for the transitory, we get from Him the eternal, but we do not want Him. We want to struggle for so many things of the world and depend upon them for happiness and peace. But God, who is infinite joy and peace, ever resides in us. What we have to offer Him is only the perishable in order to get an exchange in perishable. God says, offer yourself to me, I will give you eternal joy and peace. This dedication of ourselves to Him and doing things in His name can be possible only by His grace. And naturally, the question arises why we should have to strive for anything at all. Why should we make an effort when grace is everything? We have to strive in order to know that by striving we do not get anything but only by His grace. There are many who are practicing severe austerities, fast and so on, but they find that they have not got Him. This is because His grace has not come to them. Only if you put down your pride and ego sense, you will have Him. So long as the ego sense persists, there is no hope. Let the ego struggle until it becomes helpless and surrenders itself to the will of God. Then His power and glory will be revealed to you. So God's help comes when we surrender ourselves entirely to Him. His grace alone can transform us. His grace alone can change the course of our life and make us struggle to achieve it. And as we struggle on, our ego sense gradually diminishes until we realize our helplessness and surrender ourselves completely to Him. Our life is like a river. It should go and join the ocean, and having joined the ocean, still continue to flow towards it. We should, as quickly as possible, unite with the infinite ocean of divine existence. Am I weak? Then let me realize inexhaustible strength as I am ever guided, controlled and manipulated by an omnipotent being. Am I ignorant? Then let me realize the highest knowledge as my intellect is always informed and activated by an omniscient being. Am I wretched? Then let me realize endless peace and joy as I am in constant union with the being who is eternal peace and bliss. Am I transient? Then let me realize that I am the selfless spirit as my whole being is permeated by an indivisible, formless and immortal soul. Am I in bondage? Then let me realize forward freedom as I am breathing the very atmosphere of emancipation. Am I small? Then let me realize infinity as I am ever one with the being that pervades the whole universe and exists beyond. Am I a creature? Then let me realize God as I am always present in God and God present in me. Love, the goal of human perfection, all hail, all faith. For about 2 years ago, that is in 1920, that Ram first kindled in the heart of his humble slave Ramdas a keen desire to forms because Ram is the only truth, the only reality. Ram is a sudden and mysterious power that pervades and sustains the whole universe. Birthless and deathless is he. He is present in all things and in all creatures who only appear as separate entities due to their ever-changing forms. To wake up from this illusion of forms is to realize at once the unity of love of Ram. Love of Ram means love of all beings, all creatures, all things in this world. Because Ram is in all, and all is in Ram, and Ram is all in all. To realize this great truth, we who through ignorance feel as separate individuals should submit ourselves to the will and working of that infinite power, that infinite love of Ram, who is all and all pervasive. By a complete surrender to the will of Ram, we lose consciousness of the body, which keeps us aloof from him, and find ourselves in a state of complete identification and union with Ram, who is in us and everywhere around us. In this condition, hatred, which means consciousness of diversity, ceases, and love, consciousness of unity, is realized. This divine love can be attained by humbling ourselves to such a degree as to totally subdue our egoism, our self-assertion as a separate individual existence. Having reached this stage, we, by the awakened consciousness of unity, our love, are naturally planted to sacrifice all the interests that concern the body for welfare or servant and fellow creatures who are all manifestations of the same Ram. This was the great sacrifice of Buddha, of Jesus Christ, and has been of Mahatma Gandhi in our own times. These three great men are the fullest manifestations of Ram, the great truth, the infinite love, Om Sri Ram. O Ram, when the slave finds thee at once so powerful and so loving that he who does thee can be sure of true happiness and peace, why should he not throw himself entirely on that mercy, which can only be possible by giving up everything he calls mine? Thou art only now to thy slave. Thou art the sole protector in the world. Men are deluded and they declare, I do this, I do that, this is mine, that is mine. All Ram is done, all things are done by thee alone. Thy slave's one prayer to thee is to take him under thy complete guidance and remove his idols. The prayer of the heart, Ram's heart heaved a deep sigh, a hazy desire to renounce all and wander over the earth in the garden of a panican in quest of Ram wafted over his mind. At once, Ram was made up his mind to give for the sake of Ram all that he still held to his bosom as his own and live the samsaric world. During this period, he was very simply dressed, which consisted of a piece of cloth covering the upper part of the body and another wound round the lower part. Next day, he got two clothes of this kind, dyed in yellow or red ochre, and the same night wrote two letters, one to his wife, whom Ram had made him look upon for some time past as a sister, and another to a kind friend whom Ram had brought in tightly round us for his deliverance from death. The resolution was made. At 5 o'clock in the morning, he bade farewell to a world for which he had lost all attraction and in which he could find nothing to call his own. The body, the mind, the soul, all were laid at the feet of Ram, that eternal being full of love and full of mercy. beloved calls. Heart, wake up from repose. Eyes, open and see the message of God. Ears, hear the music divine. Tongue, chant the melodious name. Hands, give all that you have, all that you are, yourself, away to the sublime receiver. It's a joy to give thee, O beloved one, that which is thy own. At first my heart dissolved in thee, and then they rose up again, imbued with thy power, knowledge and joy, and then mingled with the sweetest emotion, love, produced a glorious harmony, which is my beloved's perfect being, a blending of eternal power, wisdom, and love. I bow to thee, my friend, my master, and my mother, O magnificent one, my adoration to thee is absolutely of no value compared to thy infinite greatness and glory. I am the ray and the one, the all-illuminating sun. As the rays lost in the effulgence of the sun, so am I merged in thee. Separate from thee, I am nothing. One with thee, I am everything. My impatience to have thee made me restless and frantic. They say impatience is not good. What do I know? Unless I long and thirst for thee, unless discontent seizes me, unless my heart burns for seeing thee day and night, how is it possible to get thee and make thee my own? It is thou who caused the thirst, created the discontent, and set fire to my heart. All credit is to thee, my one refuge and goal. The flitting shadows and lights formed by the swinging boughs of the trees, the attractive designs, the sunflowers on the yellow wall, the deep red flowers seen from a distance in leaf, and the leafy green background, all show the varied beauty of my beloved, and I am under his everlasting spell. I started to live in my beloved's world when he removed the veil from my eyes. I am now moving about playfully in his benign presence as a child before its mother. He says, play on, I have set you free. I have given you a new vision, a new life, and a new joy that never fades. Don't worry, don't bother.
Look without seeing, hear without listening, eat without tasting. That is the thing you have to attain through longing for God.
I'm going from the desk now. Should go and come back.
கிருஷ்ணன் வரேன்னு சொன்னேன். நானே அவன் மணி அனுப்புறேன்னு சாமிஜி பார்த்தாரு நமக்கு அனந்தாஜி. அப்புறம் உமா ஃபோன் பண்ணியிருக்கேன். அவர் உமா ராம வள்ளப்பங்கெல்லாம்
Killing the mind is not easy when it is running about. When the mind ceases to be, then you realize you are the Atma. Look without seeing, hear without listening.
Car is not come.
Car has come.
Then loading them now.
Yeah.
There is a sentence. She wants clarification.
Look without seeing.
Papa never said at all. Look without seeing. Then
Hear without listening.
hear
Without listening.
without listening.
Eat without tasting.
Eat without tasting. If we
That is the thing you have to attain.
If we go deep into the matter, the meaning of this mind, even if we look
Hear without listening.
years of you are not listening to your mind is not your mind is not. So you hear but not attending to it completely. Then last one is eat without tasting.
Tasting.
When you are in the peak of sadhana, you do not realize what you are actually eating. Even if saltless food is served, you take it without knowing you are eating without salt. In the ordinary course, nobody would have taken any food without salt.
Yeah.
Like that, you just go on eating it without tasting what you are eating, without knowing the taste, without knowing what you are eating actually. So these are when you look, when you listen, when you hear, and when you eat, your mind is centered on God. You are not completely aware of what you are doing at that. You are doing all this, but at the same time, your mind is centered on God. The example is also given when children, in my own case it has happened. When we are children, deep sleep. One day, I remember I was asleep. In the morning, I got up. I saw my auntie there. I asked her, when did you come? I came last night. She had gone for a festival and had brought a number of sweets, including some pudding, which had to be eaten immediately, not kept for the next day. Then did you not bring sweets and all those? I asked. Yes, I brought everything and I gave you the pudding. What? I didn't eat it. I woke you up, you ate it, and you slept again. So this is possible. We do things without our mind in it. When our mind is centered on God, these things may go on. Automatically these are going on, and we will not be conscious that we are doing it ourselves.
It says it is the result of intense longing for God.
When the intense longing is there, it says, suppose we have something very urgent to do. We have to catch the train at 12 o'clock. Now, you have to walk the distance. You start from here only at 11:30. In half an hour, you have to cover 4 kilometers. Now, if you go fast, your mind is to catch a train at 12:30. And there are so many things on the roadside. You will not pay attention to those things. You will be seeing them at the same time because you are passing through the road. So many things are happening on either side of the road. But you cannot say that whatever happening after you reach the station. Although you walked all the distance and saw everything on both sides. So you have seen at the same time you have not seen.
Isn't it true, Swamiji, that when we reside in the self, then we can experience the things of the world through the senses. But when we reside so completely in the self, we see without seeing, we hear without hearing, we taste without tasting. In other words, we're always absorbed in the self, even though we may be doing things in the world as well.
This is more applicable to sadhakas who has reached an advanced stage just before realization. Those who have realized the truth can say they are eating and seeing both at the same time. They are tasting also. But those who are established in the truth, that their condition is different. These were advanced sadhakas who are longing to reach God. You have mentioned about that longing, isn't it?
It's the result of intense longing for God.
Intense longing. So that they
it doesn't come to you if you merely wish for it.
So those who are established are able to live like ordinary people, at the same time enjoying the bliss of the Atma. Papa was during these travel days, once in Bangalore or somewhere, he ate everything. Afterwards, when the others in the house started taking food, they said, "What is this? No salt in it." Then they asked Papa, "How did you eat it? It didn't contain any salt, absolutely tasteless." No, Ramdas didn't notice at all, he ate it. He was not aware it was saltless.
At that time, the world seemed like a dream to you.
Yes, like a dream. Everything. Aye.
ചക്ക കൊഴുത്തതുണ്ട്, മുറിക്കാൻ കൊടുക്കുന്നു.
മുറിച്ചുണ്ടോ?
മുറിക്കാൻ പറഞ്ഞിട്ടുണ്ട്.
പഴുതുണ്ട്. എന്നാലും മുറിച്ചിട്ട് ഇവർക്കെല്ലാം ആദ്യം വെള്ളക്കാർക്കെല്ലാം കുറേ ഒഴിച്ച് കൊടുക്കണം. എത്തിക്കാൻ പറ്റുമോ? ഓരോ റൂമില്
ഏതെങ്കിലും മുറിയും ചോദിക്കും.
അല്ലെങ്കിൽ എങ്ങനെ എത്തിക്കാം? മാർഗരറ്റിനെ ഏൽപ്പിച്ചാൽ മതി. Margaret, I'll give you some work. Kunyambu will give you some ripe jackfruits. You distribute all of them, whoever likes it. You have all tasted jackfruits? You can have them. You give them all. Afterwards, you can give to everybody else. You can distribute to all of them. He will give you. Kunyambu will give you. He is preparing it, Ramati. He will give you. That time you can distribute.
Not now, immediately.
Not immediately. Maybe after an hour or two.
One cot, table, and 2 chairs.
Kept outside?
Kept outside Radha Reddy's house. That is 92.
That will be kept inside.
92 only.
92 only. All belong to Radha Reddy only from that house. From her house there. It will be the code for the new house. Can be put in that room now. Can give the key to Krishna. You can keep there's only there are only 2 cots now. One cot can be added there.
Upstairs, that cot has been shifted already.
That's all right. This in that room 92. There's only 1 cot in that hall. 1 cot has been removed to the other small room. So 3 cots can easily remain there. Table, chair, all can be accommodated there. Can ask Krishna to put them inside. Has anybody started work there?
No, nobody.
Silesha, how many doses you can take?
1 dose daily.
അവർക്ക് സാധന കുടിയിൽ சொல்லித்த சமைஞ்சில்லை அதுதான் சொல்லி
சாதனா குடியர்.
அப்புறம் டெல்லிக்கு ஃபோன் பண்ணி கேட்டேன் சாமி. நவீனாக்க கொஞ்சம் கிட்னஸ் இருக்குன்னு வெள்ளிக்கிழமை டாக்டர்கிட்ட பேசினாங்க. டோசேஜ் குறைக்க சொல்லியிருக்கேன்.
சரி. இந்த വീട്ടിൻ്റെ എല്ലാം അവിടെ പറയാം. Now you are sending this calf away. Paramalika. Going to the can be removed.
They're taking the cow or bringing the cow? कमरा मिला आपको?
नहीं, मिला नहीं। अच्छा है
आपका आशीर्वाद।
वे सुनता है? बिल्कुल नहीं। In some cases, when these cows are given away, they don't stay in the places they are sent to. They somehow feel out of place there. They try to keep them for some time, cajoling in every possible way. They refuse to eat, they refuse to drink even water. Finally, when they feel they cannot keep it any longer, they bring it back here. But these people may look after it properly.
that the Jain community, the Jains, did they start the places for unwanted cows?
No, this is his own house where it will be taken proper care of.
I think you mentioned last time I was here there's a Jain community that had...
That we send these bull cows. They are not wanted here. They are wanted but to be sent to butchers. So we don't give them here. She cows are taken care of properly. And we select such families who will take proper care of those.
Swamiji, do you send a Ram Nam tape along with the cow? Maybe it would eat and treat them.
चाय लाने वाला
ചായ ഇവിടെ കൊണ്ടുവരുമോ ഇവിടെ കൊണ്ടുവരും അവിടെ
Is he an old devotee of Papa's?
Yes, he has been coming from Papa's time. There used to be a batch of Gujarati devotees in Kannur, very near, 1.5 hours by car. They used to come those days, but now number is much less. Gujarati families are very few here. Gujarati family कितना है उधर? You count here.
Where is Surat?
Who?
Surat.
सूरत कहाँ है?
Surat is in Gujarat, about 5-6 hours from Bombay.
Papa used to go there.
Yeah.
Gave mass initiation.
Right. ഇല്ല ഇനി എനിക്ക് വരുമ്പോൾ തരാം. ഇപ്പോൾ ഇല്ല.
Saints are realized souls that go into caves and stay in caves. Have they reached that highest level since they are not out in the world?
They are trying to remain in caves to avoid the disturbance in the outside world. But they forget that they are carrying their own mind with them into the caves. Even the mind also goes with them into the cave. So it is difficult even in remaining in the caves to progress. But many